social media, who do you think will be the most followed person?
Hmm. For,
Hello, this your guy OCK, and today is Sunday. Guess what? We have some enjoyable question to ask some teenagers and youths of today's church. So follow me as we go on the trade. Yeah. Our brother, yeah, what's your name?
Brother Nonsu.
Say with
Sister Christabel.
My name is Brother Hansel.
brother Hans.
Brother Joseph Aige.
My name is Samuel.
You know, in the old Bible, in the days of Elijah, if those characters in the Bible were on social media today, who do you think would be the most followed, character in the Bible?
I think the most followed character will be like maybe I would say David,
So why do you say David?
because he had a lot of influence.
Influence like what?
He had a lot of influence. Like he was a man liked by many. Most of the Israelites really loved David. Even in the Bible, when Saul became jealous of David because of people loved him. So I feel like David is a man of people. David will be more of an influencer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have David, we have Noah. So if those characters were on social media today, who do you think would be the most followed?
I think Noah.
Noah.
Yeah.
So why do you think it's Noah?
Because he had courage, despite the fact that God told him about the ark. He kept on pushing and telling people about it, that they should come to the Lord, that there's going to be a disaster that's going to happen in the land. So I think Noah, because his courage was there.
Okay, she said Noah because Noah was courageous even in the midst of circumstances and unbelief situations. So you still have to tell the people in that land that this the instruction of God for his people. So
I think Daniel because in Daniel chapter 6 from verse 1 to 28 it talked about when he was thrown inside the lion's den for about days, and when they came back to check on him he was still the same, not harmed. Even with the lions he was even touching them and nothing happened to him. So I think he will be more full because he was brave and he believed that not with God that nothing can happen, that nothing can harm him. That's it.
so
Well, just like we've been praying, we've also addressed the situation of leadership, because leaders are the ones who actually they actually set the path that we follow. So I feel leaders in the Bible would definitely be followed enough. People like Moses, like Joshua, like Joseph.
a specific one.
But if you are talking about a specific one, based on the Bible story, I would say Moses, because Moses was the one who led the children of Israel from Egypt to, not to the promised land at least, but there was, to an extent, there was a mass. So I think Moses would be the preferred option.
Samuel and a lot of characters in the Bible. So if those characters were still in this present world today, who do you think would be the most followed person on social media?
Moses should be the most followed person
So why do you say Moses?
because of all the attributes of what he portrays, and how will I put it now? The way he demonstrated the power of God and followed the teaching of God. I think it was what that gave the 10 commandments of God and all those stuff. So he was more versatile when it comes to the things of God and all those things. I think Moses should be the most followed person in the present state.
So we have great men, prophets, prince, great men of valor, people who we are so passionate about the gospel. So if those olden days characters were in this present world today and they are on social media, what do you think will be the most followed person?
for me, I feel, of course, the Lord and Master Jesus, because He's literally the expression of every prophet, every prophet, and all. Let's just say, He's the expression of everything. So there's nothing he has or he expressed that we shouldn't express. He will be the most followed because he has the wisdom of Solomon. Of course, he has the strength of Samson. He has everything. He's Lord himself. So I'm going for Jesus.
Okay. People have heard from the horse's mouth, like a lot of people that we've interviewed. Some of them have said, if olden days character in the Bible have to be in the present world that we have today, who would be the most, followed person on social media? So you've all heard about what they said. Some of them said Jesus, some said Moses, some said, I think majority of them said Moses because of his acts of believing towards God, his faith, his faith in demonstration of in God's instruction, So I think for me, I will not be able to say my own, but I have a favorite person that will actually be the most followed person on social media, So I want to hear your take on it. Who do you think would be the most influential or the most followed person on social media in the older days Bible if you had to be in this present world today? So drop a comment on the comments box. Let's hear your view. So we want to see as you follow us too. Please follow our page and let's grow together. Thank you.